Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are taking a step back from all of the new makeup launches and we're taking a look back at some of my absolute old forgotten favorites. Let me know, what were your old holy grails? What were your old favorite makeup products that you used to use on a daily basis? I would love to hear from you. Please do share them in the comments. And just a little reminder that I do post videos like this on a weekly basis, so I would love it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, let's dive in. So we're starting with skin prep, and today I'm going to be using my once loved Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I used to love this and I had forgotten that it even existed, honestly. So if you've never used this before and you don't know anything about it, it's basically a moisturizer and a primer all in one. My makeup would always go on so well after I would put this on. So you're probably thinking, well, why did you stop using it? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I'm fickle, that's why. That is the only reason why. New things come along and yeah, I just always get my head turned. That's why. The only thing with this face base is it's very highly fragranced. I am not the biggest fan of it, but I don't mind it. So if you are thinking of trying it out, but you don't like fragranced products, I would give that a miss. I actually found 3 eyebrow products that I'm going to use today, and you may recognize a few of them. The first one, legendary. Who remembers the Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade? This is in the shade Ash Brown. Now, this isn't from 2016. I actually repurchased this a couple of years ago. If you know anything about this product, you will know that it lasts forever. Not just the actual product itself, but on your eyebrows, it's very, very long lasting. There was a reason why it was so popular. So I'm just taking an angled brush into the pomade, and I'm not going too heavy on this. It doesn't give you the most natural looking eyebrows, but I guess it depends on the application. When we question why did people stop using these products so much, and why they're not as popular. This was the most popular brow product, right? And I think it's just due to the changing styles of brow. You know, people just tend to go for a bit more of a natural brow these days, but this is a great product for people like me who don't have eyebrows. Just a really lovely, easy to use product. Tell me if you had the Dipbrow and tell me if you still use it. Maybe we should bring this back in. Let's bring the pomade back into fashion. Now, the second brow product that I have is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. This is in the shade number 6. I think we all know Benefit are so well known for their brow products. They really do know how to produce great brow products. Because I have sparse brows, I always find that filling in from the top is much better than filling in from the bottom. I don't know where I saw that tip online, but actually it's a bit of a game changer. Now, I don't have many brow hairs, but the ones that I do are fairly unruly. So I like to have something strong to hold them in place. Now, I do love my e.l.f. brow lift. That is my holy grail. So when I was looking through my brow collection, I found the Swatchcoat Got to Be Brow Gel. If you've never tried this and you have unruly brows, or you are still searching for that product to keep them in place, this is absolutely amazing. It is literally like glue, and I can promise you that if you use this, your eyebrows will not move ever, literally ever. The only reason that I prefer the e.l.f. brow lift to something like this, if you use a little bit too much of it, it can leave the brows looking a little shiny. So I think less is probably more with this product, but it's fantastic, honestly. It really is. The next I'm going to go in and prep my eyelids, and I found this in my collection. So it's the original Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Not quite sure why I stopped using this. I used to use this for years. I can only imagine that the only reason that I stopped using this was literally because I found more affordable options, because it is pricey. However, it's very, very good. eyeshadow palettes. It was really, really tricky to pick one, but in the end, I went with the Soft Glam palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, or Anastasia Beverly Hills. A beautiful palette that I haven't used in, I don't think I've used this palette in about 4 years, and it's described as an everyday to night palette. It is gorgeous. I don't know why I don't reach for this more often. It was kind of stuffed into a drawer, just left, just forgotten, but we're going to revive it today. I have no idea what I'm going to do here, but we're just gonna wing it again, as I usually do. I will put the shades up on the screen, but we're going to start by going into a burnt orange. So we're gonna go for a bit of a warm toned look today, my favorite. Just like to bring that transition shade just out a little bit. Why does it look like the back of my mirror is dirty and it's actually not? What even are these? So next up, we're going to go in with Sienna. These are very, very pigmented mattes. I've kind of forgotten what these were like. And to say this is quite old, like it's been sat in my drawer for a good few years now, they are still working beautifully. I'm just gonna pop that into the crease. Then I'm going to just deepen it up a little bit in the corner with Mulberry. Mulberry is such a beautiful colour. It's kind of a warm toned, dark brown, reddy colour. It's just gorgeous. But I'm just going to concentrate that on the outer V. And for those two shades, I'm just using, this is a Sigma blending brush, E25. This is actually a really good one, especially if you have an eye shape like me, because it's kind of flat. You can kind of get into those nooks and crannies that you need to get into. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with the lightest shade in the palette, which is Tempera. I'm just going to go all over the lid with that. Well, kind of this half, just to open it up a little bit. Taking it all the way in because I have a lot of darkness here. Then I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to go in with Glistening. I remember I used to really like this. It's really, really nice. Maybe it is more satin than shimmer actually. I'm just going to use my finger and I'm going to take this, just concentrate it in the middle and over, and just blend with my finger. Look, it just blends so easily, even with your finger. They just feel so soft. Just lovely formula. Okay, I'm going to take my Refa 03 brush. I love this little teeny little pencil brush. It's great for under the lash line and on top of the lash line. The Refa 03, and I'm going to finish off by dipping into Mulberry and Cypress Umber. I'm just going to dip into those together and I'm just going to finish off the lash line. Mascara was a bit of a tricky one. I didn't have any mascaras in my collection that I'd had sat there for years, and even if I did, they would be very dried and very, very expired. The mascara that I've chosen is an old mascara that I used to use, but I actually repurchased last year. The Benefit Roller Lash is the one, and as you can see, it's kind of curved and it's ideal for the bottom lashes, which is why I use it for my bottom lashes. So yeah, we're gonna use it on the top today. I would describe this as a very good everyday mascara. It's really, really natural. It's not going to give you big, huge lashes that I would desire if I was going out, for example, but on an everyday basis, I think this is a fantastic mascara. I feel like it's more volumizing than it is lengthening. The formula of the mascara is definitely on the drier side, which is something that I do prefer. So mascara done, I will come back and complete the eyes once I've done my complexion. Now concealer wise, I actually have two products from MAC and I don't know which one to choose. So I have the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Used to be a big favourite of mine, and this is in the shade. Why is the shade not on here? The shade isn't on here for some reason. I don't know what shade this is. Don't know if you've ever used this, but I became obsessed with this. I think I saw Nicola Chapman using it once, and this is the MAC Prep and Prime. It's actually called a MAC Prep and Prime highlighter. It's not a highlighter as in, you know, sparkles and all that jazz. It's kind of a highlighter to brighten up those dark areas of your face. You can use it anywhere. I have this in the shade Bright Forecast and I used to totally love this. So it kind of has like a twisty top to dispense the product. I might use a mix of the two today. Bright Forecast is kind of a peachy colour. I'm not sure if that's coming up on camera there. Yeah, you can use this absolutely all over. I think it might just come in a couple of shades, maybe, I don't know whether it's 3 or 4. Doesn't give a ton of coverage, whereas this Pro Longwear Concealer does. The only thing I hate about this is the fact that it comes with a pump. Like a pump, that is just not for me. And you can't even control how much product comes out. So yeah, I don't know. I've not used this in years. I'm not sure this is still okay to use. It says 6 months on the back. I've definitely had it longer than 6 months. So I don't know what shade this is. It doesn't say, but let's give it a go because I feel like I need a little bit more coverage today. I remember I used to really enjoy this concealer. See if I enjoy it today. Yeah, that's nice. I'd say it's bordering on a medium to full coverage. Just going to clean up the eyeshadow with the concealer. Yeah, so that's covered quite a lot, hasn't it? All right, so foundation, I'm actually going to be using this one, which is called the Chanel Le Beige. I used to love this. I really did. So it's a really runny consistency. And I'm just going to dip in and this is in the shade B30. Yeah, this is in the shade B30. It's got the usual Chanel fragrance to this, which I don't love. I don't really love fragrance in makeup products. I don't mind it, but I don't love it. It's a stunning foundation and I think I need to repurchase it. It gives such a natural, healthy glow to the skin. I would describe it as a light to medium foundation, but it's definitely buildable. And there's a reason why it was a holy grail. And if you have more mature skin like I do, then you will love this foundation. And the finish is just so natural. It really is. It's just gorgeous. It looks like skin. I'm going to go back to the Prep and Prime highlighter and I'm just going to lift corners of the mouth a wee bit. And just a little bit around here, maybe around the nose. I would definitely describe that as a multi-purpose product. It can kind of do whatever you want it to on your complexion, to be honest. All right, so contour and bronzer. So when I was digging through the archives, I couldn't believe that I had actually archived this product, the Huda Beauty Tantour. So it's a cream product, and if you've never heard of this before, it's basically a contour and a bronzer all in one. How amazing. And I started using this when I first dipped into cream contour products, and this is absolutely amazing. I have this in the shade Light, so I'm just gonna dip in my e.l.f. Buffing brush, I think it is. Nope, it's an Ultimate Blending brush. And I'm just going to take a little bit on the end and I'm just going to tap. You see, this can be as natural as you want it or full on as you want it to be. I absolutely wouldn't go anywhere without this product and I abandoned it. It's gorgeous. I feel like there's a lot of options out there now if you want to dip into cream products, if you want to give them a little bit of a whirl. There are a lot of products out there that are really, really easy to use and that are really quite forgiving, because I think contour and bronzer can seem a little bit scary, but products like this make it so easy. This was a holy grail to me. Didn't even remember that it existed, and that is such a massive shame. So please make sure you go back and dig into your makeup products, because you'll be very surprised at what you might find in there. This is going back in my top drawer. So when it comes to blush, I usually prefer liquid or cream products. However, this next product, this next blush, used to be my absolute favorite, and it's a powder blush, and it's from Laura Mercier. They do such incredible blushes. This is the blush color Infusion, and I have this in the shade Peach. Oh, this is stunning. It kind of has reflective particles in there, which I just find just lovely, and I used to live for it. Oh, it's stunning. It really is. Now I'm going to finish off the eyes in a moment, but before I do, we're dipping into some highlight. Hands up if you remember this. The MAC Mineralize Skin Finish. Did we all have one of these? I mean, I would not go anywhere without this highlighter. I would not. It's in the colour Soft and Gentle. Powder highlighters for me do emphasize texture a wee bit, so we're going to go hand it, but you see it does emphasize texture there a little bit. Do you remember when highlight was highlight and everybody, it was literally, you could see it from space? That and the Becca, remember the champagne pop? I still have that somewhere, and don't get me wrong, I still like highlight. I kind of prefer the liquid. I just find it a little bit more dewy and it emphasizes my texture a little bit less. But yeah, if you had one of these MAC highlighters, or if you still have them and use them, let me know. I want to know. I'm just going to pop off and finish my eyes. I almost forgot eyeliner. MAC, the MAC eyeliner. It's called just the MAC Eye Pencil, and this is in my favorite shade, Coffee. I'm just going to use that on the upper waterline. So with powder, this is the Pat McGrath Labs. It's got a really long name that's come off, but I will pop it on the screen. This is an under eye powder, but it can definitely be used all over. I think I just prefer like loose powders more these days. Colour isn't great on me. I'll just set under the eyes. It is a really good powder. Just the nose. So this lip combo was literally the only combination I would ever wear on my lips, and it was MAC lip liner in Spice and Velvet Teddy. Yes, Velvet Teddy. I love Velvet Teddy. I don't know what I do to my products. Like, why is the pencil all broken? Look at it. Why is it like that? I don't know. I don't know what I do to them. So Spice lip liner. It's kind of a neutral kind of rosy brown. But this just pairs so well with Velvet Teddy. And I think it kind of goes with the look that I'm going for today. Oh man, still works as well. Still works just as well. And then Velvet Teddy. So there's Velvet Teddy. And there is Spice. They just match so nicely. Velvet Teddy is deep tone beige. MAC lipsticks. Just the best smell ever. This is a matte lipstick, but it is so creamy. You won't believe, honestly, how, if you've never tried one of the MAC matte lipsticks, I'm not talking about the super mattes like Ruby Woo, but one of these, just the normal mattes, so creamy and not drying at all. Oh, I feel like I've gone back in time. That was literally my favorite lip combo. I didn't wear anything else ever. So although I love this matte lip, I want to go glossy today because that's kind of my preference these days. So this product, I don't know how it's still going, but it is, and I've had it a long time. It's the Dior Lip Maximizer. And I think it's just the shade Pink 001. It's like a plumping gloss. Gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I like to use it over the top of lipsticks. Such a fan. So ending with MAC had to be the original MAC Fix Plus. This stuff is brilliant. I do prefer the newer MAC Fix Plus, which is the alcohol-free version. MAC Fix Plus, so good. And you know, you don't just have to use this as a setting spray. You can use it as a primer. You can use it in between steps. Yeah, it's just a really great all-rounder. Okay, I think we're done. So there we have it, a full face of forgotten favourites. I'm an absolute nightmare for getting my head turned left, right and centre when a new product comes out. But you know, I think we should all take the time to just appreciate the ones that we do have, because honestly, we've got some gems in there. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I so appreciate you being here with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next one. But until then, take care and bye for now.